Top of the evening, you heard me? Top of the evening, you heard me? And of course, bro, listen, bro. You know I'm focused. I'm standing on business. I'm staying out the way. I'm staying prayed up, you heard me? And I'm pushing through it all, you heard me? I'm pushing through it all. And I gotta go here because it's time to go here, bro. You heard me? It's time to go here and I'll tell you something, bro. You heard me? When you see God will give you a peace that surpasses all understanding. You heard me? And we could do all things through Christ. You heard me? But I'm gonna tell you this. You heard me? I'm gonna tell you. This is about how a friend can become a foe. This tell you how like it's a thin line between love and hate. And this also could show you how people really can get jealous by you accidentally, and then once they get jealous accidentally, they go in and try to destroy you. But I'm gonna go here because friends become foes, man. Friends become foes, and it's like all it takes is a split second for things to change. You hear me? See, I'm gonna go to the story of David and Saul. See, Saul, the Philistines giant, you heard me, Goliath, he was over there trying to call Saul and them out, you heard me. He bought, like Saul and them was they were scared. So David come out of nowhere. He about to go out there do it. Saul like, boy, you about to go up against? That's what people do. They rub the insecurities off on you because they don't believe. But check it out. You know the story. David wind up hit Goliath with a stone, killing him, flatlining, right? Boom. So when they found out Saul, Saul found out David living like, they like, whose son that is? You heard me? Saul took him under his wing after that. You heard me? Like, and made him head of his army. You heard me? Like. All right, you done saved the day. I'm put you on them. So when he was sending David on mission, David was handling business, destroying stuff. You heard me? Now, this somebody came in your army. You heard me? Save the day. Save your kingdom, everything. You heard me? So I'm gonna go to 1 Samuel. I'm gonna start at 1 Samuel 18 chapter. Verse 6. You heard me? 1 Samuel 18 chapter verse 6. Check it out. As they were coming home, when David returned from striking down the Philistine, the women came out of all of the cities of Israel, singing, dancing to meet King Saul with tambourines, with songs of joy, and with musical instruments. And the women sang to one another as they celebrated. Saul had struck down his thousands, and David his tens of thousands. And Saul was very, very angry, and this saying displeased him. He said, they have ascribed to David 10,000, and to me have ascribed 1,000. And what more can he have but the kingdom? And Saul eyed David from that day on. The next day, a harmful spirit from God rushed upon Saul, and he raved within his house while David was playing the lyre. And he did day by day. Saul had his spear in his hand, and Saul hurled the spear, but he thought, I would pin David to the wall, trying to kill him. You heard me? Check it out. Saul was afraid of David because the Lord was with him, but he had departed from Saul. Saul ain't handling the business. God told him to do something, and he did what God told him not to do. And when you stray away from God, you curse your mind. So God took his anointing off Saul, and he gave the kingdom to David, but that was before he even met David. You heard me? This is where I'm going at. You heard me? You see how quick that happened? You see how that dude saved your kingdom? You heard me? You sending him out on missions. You got him head of your army. But now the people are talking about David, and they're not talking about Saul. Friends can become foes within a tenth of a second. Within a tenth of a second, he said the women. You heard me? the women, bruh. That's what he said, look. He said the women was singing a song. Saul have killed thousands. David has killed tens of thousands. And right there, Saul mind flip like, what you gonna get the kingdom next? Boy, let me tell you something, boy. Your enemies could see something on you you can't even see in yourself. You're not even thinking like this. You're not even thinking like this. You ain't never, ever, anywhere ever went. X anywhere. Here, bro, you know what to be a dummy move? When you lock in your mind, you going somewhere else and take over. Like when you put that in your mind, God gotta humble you. You heard me? And me personally, how people is, bruh, I be telling them at every job, look, just give me a raise, you heard me? Keep my name good like I show up for work, because how people is with them titles, bruh, how people is now, they don't like to listen to nobody, bruh. You can have the answer to life, but by it being you, they don't hear you. You heard me? They know you right. You heard me? They stuck on stupid to where like they'd rather be stupid and wrong than listen to you in progress. And they see now like why God chose this vessel. But I'm showing you how quick friends could become foes. You heard me? This how quick friends could become foes behind the women saying Saul name, maybe saying David name, and not still saying Saul name. You forgot everything Saul, you forgot what David did. David come all the way in that water when y'all was scared to come out there and kill a giant for you. He was over your army, you sending him on missions, he handling business. You still a king, but one, like the women. Bruh, women been starting wars since the beginning of time, boy. Bruh, I could tell you this. You heard me? And not to get off the subject, but it's still on the same subject. You heard me? Boosie got a song called Another One. You heard me? Listen. Bruh. He said at the end of the song, God forgive me for cursing. He said, bruh, they got some dudes out here. You can rob them and go in their pocket. You heard me? He ain't gonna do you nothing. You mess with his broad, his woman, he'll kill you. You heard me? This real talk, boy. So, I'm going here because people get jealous of people accidentally, not even knowing. And you know what be hurting me? People be in competition with you not even knowing it, bro. You in your own lane. You don't even know it. You heard me? But I keep it so real, people be like, cause if it's behind a woman, bro, I promise you, Jesus Christ, you could have a dog. And I'm so G'd up. I'll be like, boy, listen, look what I do for you. And that nigga don't play about you. You heard me? Because if you want it that bad the way you won't kill me, you could have a dog. Like real talk, you heard me? Like, you want to help me out? Tell all of them stop. Tell them get out my phone. Just tell them, say, look, stay out his phone. He don't want you no more. He don't want to deal with you. Dude that moved on with his life. He trying to make humanity better. I would love to be with a woman that I want. But the ones that I be liking, they be married, so I be speaking like, and it's like that. You heard me? But I don't owe nobody no explanation with my private life anyway. They so tapped in, and then they get mad when they can't pull you. Well, I look like a prostitute. I'ma holler at the woman I'm loving on. You heard me? Yeah, man, like, and I'm cool with you trying to holler. You still gonna be my partner, but I do all that, you heard me? But that's another level. Where I'm at is, friends could become foes accidentally by the devil that laid up there. Use a woman to make you jealous of somebody. Or they talking about you more than they talking about them. You heard me? Man, every time I been in like when I used to be around my partner, I used to always give them their props. You heard me? Man, listen, bro. And I don't need to throw this in there, but this the type of dude I was in the street. You know, like, when I had a crew and hung with my crew, I'm talking about not the young boys. I'm talking about dudes my age. And I used to run with them. Dog, I used to be telling, like, I used to be the dude to be like, oh, Ray, you ain't finished with yours? I'm going to run yours for you then. Yeah, because I always wanted people with something. I wanted them to holler, talk about you too. It just be like people do that, bruh. People always did do that with me. Like they'll talk about me more than they'll talk about somebody else. You hear me? But it's not like I'm trying to do that. I guess that's just how it is. You hear me? And people get jealous of you accidentally. Your family. You heard me? Your friends. You heard me? Man, they'll get jealous of you accidentally. So that's how quick friends could become foes. And how it is now. What hurt me is people really don't even know how to be friends. They don't. You heard me? And I'm hanging in there with them, yeah. You heard me? I'm hanging in there with them, but like some of them, I know what it is. Cause one thing I can tell you, boy, a snake gonna always be a snake. You heard me? But just be mindful of how friends can become foes. It's a thin line between love and hate. You heard me? It's a thin line between love and hate. So ponder on that and catch yourself if you see yourself, like tripping because somebody talk about somebody else. Catch yourself, you hear me? Because it can happen just that fast. Like, how they feeling them like that? Like, come on, man. You heard me? All the work I put in, bro, I'm really overdue. So be mindful of that and have a good day, man. Stay blessed, you heard me? Stay up, stay focused. I love all you. One.